Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I wanted to take a look at the new GeForce Now game streaming that's available for everyone. Long story short, it didn't work. I'm running Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, bounce down. Yes, I play with a gamepad. It'll be alright. Post-processing, you see everything is on and full graphics, 1080p, full screen, unlimited frame rate, Hairworks is on, Hairworks anti-aliasing is on, everything is capped out except for foliage visibility. Let's pop that back up. Alright, so we got everything as high as it will go, and I'm just gonna jump back in more or less where I was at to get away from kind of cut down on some of the loading screens and that type of thing. But so for those of you that don't know, GeForce Now is NVIDIA's answer to things like Google Stadia, where you're able to stream games, and they have two tiers. They have a free tier and a paid tier. They're running a special on the paid tier. It's only $5 a month right now if you lock it in. The free, you're limited to only games that you own, based on what I took from a notice that NVIDIA posted when I selected the free, and I went to add The Witcher 3 to my library on GeForce Now. Because it's games that you own, and you'll be required to do some sort of verification. You'll see that later once we jump into it, because I've never actually launched a game with it before. So we'll go through, and I want to compare how it is latency-wise, how it feels, and see what's going on. See, I got Riva Tuner / Afterburner set up in the corner, and the GeForce Experience frame counter on the bottom as well. I'm assuming both of those are still going to work with the GeForce Now, so we'll kind of go through and see how this looks. I know my loading times aren't great. I'm still running games off of a spinning Rust instead of solid state. It's on my list. Hopefully, I heard some rumor that loading times on Stadia, or not Stadia, at least for GeForce Now, are pretty rough. Looks like Dense Forest, I'm getting almost 60 frames per second. I'm supposed to be going to find the Peller's goat, but I'm just going to run around like this for a few minutes. And calm a horse real quick. Run around a little bit till I find something to fight.
Hey-ya.
Hey, look, that didn't take long. Give me some wild dogs. Okay, so I can't tell for sure because I was busy fighting the dogs, but I don't believe my frame rate really dropped at all on that. So, oh, there's another one. Oh, it's been a little while since I played this. Okay. So that's how that looks. Unfortunately, I'm not far enough in the story to have Novigrad on fast travel yet, I don't think. Yeah. Yeah, I can't get to Novigrad, and that's a little longer than I'm willing to go at this point, so. Let me see about fighting these drowners real quick. Alright, so yeah, that looked like it was a pretty smooth 60 all the way through. So not bad for a GTX 1070 and a Ryzen R5 2600. And I am only running 8 gigabytes of RAM in this right now. So with all of the eye candy turned up and everything, we're looking pretty good. So I'm gonna jump out of this and boot into GeForce Now, and we'll take a look at what that looks like. So I'm not even gonna worry about saving my game or anything like that because I was already where I wanted to be. So now we're gonna jump into GeForce Now, and let's see, I added The Witcher 3 to my library. I hit play. So we'll see what it does. Looks like it's analyzing things for me to make sure that I'm good to go. I've got 100 megabit downstream and 10 megabit upstream for my internet through Spectrum. And I am running on a wired network. None of that Wi-Fi stuff for my main computer. I guess we can allow it access. Loading. These are already a lot more steps to get into it than just opening up Steam and running with it. So, I don't know. We'll have to kind of wait and see how it goes from here. And, yeah. Hey, it's loading. Oh, it needs me to log in, so I'll have to... Okay. LastPass, not a sponsor bit, but literally saves my butt. And it won't let me paste the password in, that's great. Fine. I'll do this the long way. Nope, that's not what I wanted. And we'll just go ahead and have it remember me. Oh, and now my Steam guard. Yeah, already a fair number more steps, but hopefully this only is required on the initial loading of each thing, so... Like when you first launch a game, that's the only time this will be required, or maybe it'll remember your Steam login, be able to compare libraries from there to make sure you actually own the games that you need. So... Updating, going through. I have the Game of the Year edition. Why is it yelling at me? See? It's right there. Right there. I own it. I have no idea what it's doing right now, but if it doesn't let me do the Wild Hunt because I only own the Game of the Year edition, I'm going to be somewhat upset because this is the only game I've got installed right now that'll let me do this. And I'm not feeling like downloading Destiny 2 or any of the other games that I've got that are on here, even the free ones like Path of Exile. And that's free, but I don't feel like having to download it just to test this right now. So let's see if it connects and registers correctly this time. And nope, it still wants me to pay for it. So I guess we're not going to be doing this test today. I really should have tried beforehand, and not sure where to go from here with it. So let's... Yes. Let's see what other games are available. I mean, nothing's really going to work for me that well because I was kind of counting on having something that was somewhat intensive to use. So I guess there's a good bug number one for what will and won't work. I mean, you guys just watched me play Witcher 3 Wild Hunt through this. I've got the DLC for it and all that. So I'm not exactly sure where it's coming from saying that I don't own it or anything like that. So, yeah, I have no idea. If you guys have any theories or updates, let me know. But for now, I'm thinking I'm going to have to call it there because I'm not spending $40 to test a game that I already own and I guess fight this system just for this. So I'm going to go ahead, cut this now, and kind of bring some final thoughts in a little bit later on. So, kind of final thoughts on this. I went through and wanted to make this video to kind of play around a little bit, and as you just saw, it didn't exactly go according to plan. And I think that's going to end up being one of the biggest hurdles that GeForce Now has as far as compatibility goes. I mean, it's easy for like Google Stadia and everything, where everything is it's a walled garden where you have to rebuy your games, you have to go straight through them for everything for it. So it's really cool that NVIDIA is offering this solution where you can bring your own games and play them that way as long as it's on the supported list. However, I think there's a few too many technical issues to kind of sort out. I am going to revisit this again. I'm currently working on downloading Path of Exile, so I will be trying that. Hopefully that authenticates correctly. If not, I might find a game on Origin or Epic Games that I already have that is also supported, and we'll revisit this again. But I really feel like that they could have nailed this fairly well if they had accounted for this. I was only actually able to find one other instance online in, about 10-15 minutes worth of searching of someone else being prompted to purchase a game on launch. And it seems like for them it was only a few select titles, which is why I'm going to go ahead, download Path of Exile, and try again. I don't know if it was something specific with The Witcher 3, so I'm going to download another game and see if it was just basically a miscommunication between the servers or a mismatch in the information to see, and I'll go ahead and revisit this again, but for now, I'm going to call this one a flop. And if you liked this video, go ahead, drop a like, leave a comment telling me what you did or didn't like. If you wanted to dislike it, that's okay too. And then I will see you in the next one.